Hey guys, welcome back to High Yield Intraday Trading. I hope every one of you is doing good. So before we start discussing today's topic, let me request you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button here. Once you click on it, you will get the confirmation on the left bottom corner. Post you subscribe to my channel, also make sure to press the bell icon and click on all. You will get the confirmation on the left bottom corner so that whenever I upload a video, you get the notification about the same without any misses. Also, I would request you all to subscribe to my Telegram channel with the name HYIT Intraday Calls because I share a lot of things over there and it might be helpful to you in some way or the other. All right. So we have heard about this thing called as the bear market, right? And mostly, I'm not saying all, but mostly whenever the bear market is talked about, it is being talked about in a negative sense. Negative sense here means making losses. Okay, but is that actually true? Is the question. Of course, it is negative for the investors and the guys who are into positional trading and stuffs, but not for all. Okay, now here comes the beauty of intraday trading or day trading. Irrespective of where the market moves, we, the day traders, will always have an opportunity to earn money in the market. Okay, but again, let's not get into that thing and let me focus on making you understand what exactly a bear market is, how does it look like, when can we say that the bear market is on, whether we, the retail traders, can make money in the bear market or not, and some more stuffs about the same. Okay, so these are some of the points that we will discuss in today's video. And well, the motivation to make this video came from the guy, or I would say came from the guys or the traders who really think that bear market is all about making losses and losses and losses. Okay, so let me go ahead and put forward my perspective towards the bear market, and let's see if that makes some sense and helps you to come out of the present perspective that you carry about the bear market. Okay, so first thing first, what is a bear market? Well, in layman's term, the bear market is a market when everything is falling. It might be the indices, or I would rather say the major indices like the Nifty, the Bank Nifty. Okay. Also, we see a fall in the entities like Nifty 100 and Nifty 500, etc., etc. Now, falling is one thing, and there is another perspective to it. Just because something fell for maybe 5 to 10% is in a couple of days, it does not mean that the bear market has started or the bear market is on. Okay, it has to fall for at least 20 to 21% or more in relatively a short period of time. That is when we can be sure that yes, the bear market has started. Okay, and also be noted that not only this factor, but there are many other factors that needs to be considered before we actually finalize that the bear market has started. But the thing that I discussed just before some time, that's one of the important points that has to be considered to finalize whether it's a bear market or not. Okay, so if we talk about India, we have seen maybe around four bear markets, if I'm not wrong, and the most recent ones are in the year 2020 and in the year 2008, 2009. I remember 2008 and 2009 very well because that was when I just switched my job. That was the starting of my career, actually. I was just 1.5 to 2 years experienced, and that is when the recession came in because of this bear market. So I remember it very well. Yep. So, okay, what I've done is maybe if you are interested, I thought of actually showing you how a particular bear market looks like. Okay, so I have it on the charts. Let me bring it over. All right. So this is how a bear market looks like. Huge fall, 20 to 21% it has fallen right from here. Okay, so this is, as you can see, this is the chart for Nifty, 1 day time frame, and it is for the year 2020, right? So it is February to March. That is when the bear market happened in the year 2020. Okay, and as you can see here, it has given a fall of more than 20 to 21%, and it kept falling. And it ended somewhere here at around 24th March 2020, and then it started making higher highs and higher lows, and it recovered. The market recovered. Okay, so this is 2020 bear market. Now let's move on to 2008 and 2009 bear market. This is how it looked like. A more than 20 to 21% fall, right? And it was the year Jan 2008, and it continued till maybe October 2008, or maybe even more. You can consider 2009 starting as well, because it went flat, and after that it started recovering, as you can see from the right hand side chart. Okay, so just to give you a visual view of how a bear market looks like, I thought of showing you this. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Right. So this is one perspective to the beer market. Okay. Now, talking about a little more harder part about the beer market is that it's really difficult to predict a beer market. Okay. And being a big fan of technical analysis, what I have seen is when the beer market starts, they typically tend to be seen as retracements or a correction move. Okay. Until it keeps dipping and dipping and dipping. Okay. And by the time we realized that, oh man, this is a bear market, most of our profits might have disappeared. Of course, as I said, if you are an investor or a positional trader, most of your profits would have been disappeared. Okay, so this gives you a point, a very valid point to decide whether you should choose to be an investor or a day trader. Both of these things have their own pros and cons, but I feel losing money when you actually have hold your positions since a long, long time is more painful. Okay, the other part is your stop loss will normally be higher when you are into investing or positional trading, because in these trading styles we have to follow the higher time frames. Okay, and obviously when you follow a higher time frame, the stop loss automatically becomes bigger. Okay, now again, I'm not biasing anyone here, because if you get biased so easily, then you are not fit to be a trader. Okay, and the market will make you dance according to its tune. Okay, so I'm just putting the hard facts on the table, and it's you who is responsible to choose which way you want to go. Yeah, now let's talk about the most important thing, and that is whether we can trade and earn profits in a bear market or not. The answer is a big yes. See, every market condition gives you an opportunity to trade and earn. Okay, now it depends on you how you use your technicals and encash the down move. Resistance, remember this word. Resistance is the key, because even if it's a bear market, it cannot be the case that the prices will keep falling continuously. It will make an up move, and since it's a bear market, it will face a resistance, and at some point it will start falling again. So as a trader, that's the resistance that you need to figure out in order to make money. You need to figure out at which point the market is facing a resistance, so that you can initiate your short trade, or you can initiate your sell trade and start making money. Okay, one pointer that I can give you here is that when the market is falling, don't simply try to uh, uh, short a position. Okay, rather wait for a retracement, as I said, and then initiate your short position. Another scenario when you can encash the move is when the selling pressure is exhausted. Okay, now let me explain it a bit deeper. Now, how it works is like, let's say we are in a bear market. Okay, like right now we are not in a bear market, just for example. Okay, let's say we are in a bear market. The prices fall because of the selling pressure, but this selling pressure will not be sustained forever, right? So when the selling pressure exhausts, normally the bear market rally continues. Okay, now what I mean is, let me take you to the chart and show you. Okay, so this would be a good example. Okay, so this is the selling pressure, a huge selling pressure that pushed the Nifty's price from here till here. Okay, so the selling pressure was huge, but did this selling pressure like sustain? It did not sustain, right? It exhausted at this point, at this candle. To be precise, it exhausted, the selling pressure exhausted on 22nd of Jan 2008. Okay, now post the selling pressure exhausts, Normally, what has been seen is that the bearish trend continues. And the same is happening here, right? It is making low lows and low highs, and the bear market is still on, and it goes down and down and down. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. Okay, and within all these things, something special happens wherein you can actually initiate a buy position and earn. And I'm not kidding here, guys. You can actually initiate a buy position and earn money even if it is a bear market. Okay, so if you so that okay, sorry, I was missing that. So what is that special thing? The special thing that I'm talking about is called as a dead cat bounce. Now, why does it happen? This happens because the investors try to buy on the dips. I mean, the investors have a lot of money, right? Huge money. They have so much amount of money that we can't even think about. Okay, so they will start, not I would not say sure shot, but obviously nobody can sure shot find out what is the bottom point and then they can start investing. So what the investors do is they try to buy the dips. So whenever the fall happens, they invest some money. Again, the fall happens, they invest some money. So that is what is being called buying at dips. So this is exactly what the investors try to do, because of which we get a dead cat bounce. So basically, dead cat bounce is a temporary up move within the bear market. Okay, so if you want, you can surely encash that up move as well. Now, having that said, it also becomes my responsibility not to set wrong expectations. So, as a trader, you need to understand the fact that catching the dead cat bounce is not easy. It's really tough. Okay, so if you ask me, which approach should you take? I would suggest try catching the down move once the stock price retraces and then again starts falling. Right, that is the right point. Whenever it faces the resistance, that is the right point when you can initiate a sell trade and catch the fall. Okay, that would be the safest way for any trader. So basically, guys, there are numerous things that happen simultaneously in the market, and I am lucky enough to address these things in real time in my trading career, because of which I'm able to share these things with you here. Okay, so if you are a trader, make sure that you observe everything very closely and then take out some time and dig deeper into the thing that you see on the charts. This will immensely increase your cognizance. Okay, now moving on. Um, Okay, let me just a moment. Oh, it has been a lot of time. Well, I have so much more to share, but at the same time, I cannot afford to make the video really long because most of the people get bored with that. Okay, so let me stop here. But one thing is for sure, whatever we have discussed in this video carries a lot of pointers for anyone to trade a bear market. And not only to trade the bear market, it will also help you to identify the bear market. It will help you to be more interested in finding when the dead cat bounce is happening. It will make you more interested in knowing or in digging deeper what the investors are doing, so that you can find the dead cat bounce, so that you can find a proper point of resistance and then short the market and stuff like that. Okay, so I believe we have covered quite a bit, and all the things that we have covered would make sense to you. Okay. So let me do this. I'm sure I actually wanted to talk more about the dead cat bounce. Because of the time restriction, I'm not able to do it in this video. So what I can do is, um, mm, I'm sure it would be helpful to you if I make a video on dead cat bounce and detail everything about it. So my next video will be on this particular topic. So please stay tuned and be ready to learn more in regards to this particular topic, that is the dead cat bounce. Okay, so that's all from my end, guys. And for the guys who have not watched my previous video, I have put in the video card on the top right corner of the video, the I symbol that you see there. You can click on it and watch my previous video. And as always, would request you all to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, please do not miss the ending of this video, as you will get to know some more information about HYIT that might be helpful to you in some way or the other. And please feel free to ask your questions or queries, if any, in the comments section, and I will surely reply back to them. And also, please do not forget to like this video if you liked it. So that's all from my end, and I will see you all later. Hope you all will stick back. Happy trading and take care of yourselves. Bye bye.